In this video, we're going to be using Barbus Active and the Schick Type E razor. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB. Thanks so much for joining me again today. And if you have not subscribed, I hope you'll consider subscribing below. So, as mentioned before, today we're going to be using once again the Barbus Active. Why? I just wanted to use it because I really enjoyed the scent of this soap. I really enjoyed the no-nonsense nature of this soap. Really nice. I would call it a cologne type scent. The price on this is $20 for 5.29 ounces. And on our price chart right there, that is a good price of $3.78 per ounce. And in the United States, I don't believe the Barbus guy charges for shipping. So your money goes a little further there. Also, this soap is pretty firm to the touch. So it's not super soft like, say, Ariana and Evans Kaizen or something like that, or some of the more soft artisanal soap. So I think your money will go even further by virtue of this not being crazy soft. I would call it fairly firm, maybe medium, but certainly not like a cream, more like a crope. But overall, just a really nice, no-nonsense soap. Let me put the ingredients for you right there. This is a product of Slovakia. Our buddy, the big dude, Barbus guy. And I just like using this, which is why I'm going to use it today for head shave with the Schick Type E. This is an injector razor, and it uses an injector cartridge. It's kind of like a magazine, because this razor was built on a military rifle by Colonel Schick. And anyway, you put the cartridge there, and you inject a blade into this razor. And this blade has maybe, I want to say 3 or 4 uses on it. I've never tried an injector on the dome. And I think Jeremy Tyler, the traveling shaver, was saying he really liked that. So we're going to try that today. Why in the heck not? And we're going to get started with our mister here. Just putting plain water on my head. If you're new to the channel, this is just nothing more than plain water. We're just going to get some hydration going. We have our Barbus already lathered up in our Captain's Choice bowl. And this stuff is really, the Barbus is just no nonsense. It makes a really nice lather. And the brush, by the way, is Apshaveco. This is the White Wizard. I want to also mention, I don't know when this will air because I'm shooting some videos ahead for later when I'm going to be very busy. I don't know when this video will air, but as the date of shooting, Apshaveco has some different colors in this, like blue, I believe red. And so if you like that translucent white and white handle, you might like some of the new colors that Apshaveco has. And these brushes are very affordable. You're talking about, in the United States, usually less than 30 bucks to your door. This is a 30 millimeter cashmere knot. And I really like using these for head shaves because obviously you're lathering a lot more area when you're doing a head shave than your face. And I just really enjoy using these for lathering head shave. I enjoy using them, period. The Apshaveco knots are probably some of my favorite synthetic knots. Very affordable, very soft. Again, I'm not someone who needs backbone to make a lather or to use, so that's not a concern of mine, but these are very soft. They do have like the Silk Smoke, which does have backbone if you're interested in that, but the Cashmere, the Sinbad, the Two-Bed synthetic offerings are very nice from Apshaveco, and the Barbus just lathers beautifully. It really is a no-nonsense soap. You don't have to worry about dialing it in. You just lather it and go. And we'll see how we do today with the Schick Injector. My first time ever using it for a head shave. And so we don't know what to expect. We don't know if it's going to be great. We don't expect to be great with it because I've never used this razor before, or style of razor for a head shave. So it's a new experience for me. And with new experience, you expect a certain amount of faltering, you know, just me not being in tune with this razor for this purpose. Now, I've used injector razors on my face many times over the years, so no problem whatsoever. I think they work very well. Some of the biggest fans of injector razors who are hobbyists, who do YouTube videos, 2 of them come to mind. DK, which I'll link his channel below, and Fuzzy. They really like these vintage injector razors. This one is the Type E. There are several variations of this style. Type G. I can't remember all of them, but I really do like them for face shaving. The price for the blades a little bit more than your DE blades, and so if there was a sort of drawback, that might be it. But they're not, you know, really crazy expensive relative to, you know, all the other blades and how much money we spend on the hobby generally. So, you know, if you're avoiding injectors because you don't want to buy another blade type, that's probably just an excuse. One that I have used before, to be honest with you. They are good shavers. You can, I would say there's some decent blade feel on this, on my dome. So I can definitely feel it cutting and doing its work. And I'm just rinsing it in the sink as I go. But it seems to be doing an okay job so far. And again, I'm not honestly a very big fan of safety razors on the dome. I prefer to use the leaf. It is my go-to. When I'm not using the leaf and traveling, I'll use something like the Harry's or Defender or something like that, just because it's a lot easier. And usually when I'm traveling, I'm not filming head shaves most of the time. So I'm just trying to get through the head shave pretty quickly so I can get back to my business. I'm getting a little bit of, slight bit of clogging. Let's see if I can rinse that out. There we go. Slight bit of clogging there. But otherwise, it's feeling smooth so far. And I'm going a little bit slower than I normally do because I'm not really as familiar with this razor, or actually for head shaving, not familiar at all. So I apologize for the water running there. I'm just trying to get that rinsed out a little bit there. And the thing about safety razors on the dome, since there's curves and contours, you're always having to tweak that angle as you go, which is why when I use the leaf, it's so easy because it does that for you with the pivot. So when you're using a razor like this, you got to do all the pivoting yourself. And what happens to me, and the reason I don't like them as much, is because, again, for the dome, not for the face, I'll miss spots because the blade isn't always in contact with the hair. Whereas with the leaf pivoting, it's always in contact. And so that's why I prefer using the leaf, because it just makes for a very pleasant overall experience, and it's pretty much always in contact. You know, it's always cutting. And so I like that aspect of the leaf razor. And you know, ease of use, and it does have, you can go with one blade, you can go with two, you can go with three half DE blades for the leaf. And so I find it's pretty effective head shaver. Once you get used to it, there is an adjustment period, as there is with most razors. But so far today, I think we're doing an okay job with the Schick injector here. I wouldn't say we're doing an incredible job, but it's okay. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day whenever this airs. Again, I don't really know. This might air a couple of weeks from the day I'm shooting it. I'm trying to get some of these videos shot for later because I know I'll be traveling and so on and so forth. And so I want to have some videos for you during times where I might not be able to make them. And so first pass, I think, was okay. Felt pretty good. No problems so far. So we'll rehydrate and get on with our second pass. Nothing is going to feel as good to me as the leaf for head shaving, unless I use it time and time again. But so far, that wasn't bad. And the Barbus, it's just a no-nonsense soap. And I think I mentioned it before, but Frank Stromberg mentioned in one of his videos recently that if we put this in a fancy artisanal tub and called it something nice, I bet we could fool. Oh, looks like I got myself there. So first blood with the injector. And that is often the case when I shave my dome with something other than the leaf. It's just because I'm not used to it. But we won't worry about it. Anyway, if we put this Barbus Active in a artisanal container and put it in the hands of some people, we could fool some people with this because it's good stuff. I mean, I hope you can see the quality of that leather. Now, the quality of my shaving today is obviously not great. And Marion used the Schick and ran into a couple of weepers a couple of weeks ago, and now today I have 2. So we have disappointed DK by not respecting the injector. The injector on the face feels very, very, very non-threatening, just easy going. But on the dome, you know, again, especially if you're not familiar using it, you've got to use more care. And so I can pretty much sleep and use the Leaf or Defender or Harry's or something like that. But on the dome, it's going to require a little bit more care and respect. And with any blade, if you don't respect the blade, it's going to let you know in the way of a little bit of blood. So I don't actually know how I got myself there, but it's not uncommon when I'm using a safety razor to bring a little bit of blood. And every now and then with the Leaf, but I haven't for a long time with the Leaf. But so far we're feeling pretty good, but just trying to be a little more careful than I would be normally. Well, let's just try to work the back here and trying to use my hand. So what I'll do is sort of take a pass and I'm following it with my hand to see if I'm getting it. And with these razors, it takes a lot more effort than it does with the Leaf. And I don't know if it's because I have multi-blades. You know, I usually have 3 half DE blades on the Leaf. I don't know if that's why I have to do so much extra with these or just my lack of familiarity. I don't really know. Doesn't really matter. As long as we get a nice, comfortable shave, we'll be happy with it. Doing okay so far, despite that little flap up on the other side of the head there. I don't know what I did there, but like right now, I don't feel much blade, and it's due to my ankle. You really have to, on the dome, it really is a different ball game. If you've never shaved your head from shaving your face, you are so familiar with shaving your face that it's just like nothing. And even for those of us who shave our dome a lot, and I do every 2 days. For the first couple of years, I did it every single day. Now I've moved to sort of every other day, just to give the dome a little bit of a rest. And I find that I get better head shaves sometimes if I skip a day. It just depends on what I have going on. Like if I have a function or something that I'm attending and I want to, which who's having a lot of those right now with the Rona, but if I'm going to be somewhere, if I'm visiting, you know, I'll shave my head on back-to-back days and so forth. But generally it's every other day. But for the first almost 3 years, I shaved every single day, the dome. And I would use a DE usually once or twice a week because I was just trying to get a feel for what I liked. And it turns out I just really enjoyed things like the Defender, things like Harry's, and the Leaf. It's just what I came to enjoy. And I know some people, you know, oh, that's, you're using a cart when you're using the Defender or head blade or what have you. But honestly, you know, I'm as traditional as the next guy. But sometimes some of these newer things just work better, and they do just generally work better for me. So I know today, after working on the shave here, it's just not going to be as close as my normal Leaf shave. And that's okay. We're using something entirely different, and it takes time. If I use this every day for a month, I'm sure I would get a lot better at it. But since I have things that I've already mastered and they're just a lot of fun for me to use, you know, I just don't see any compelling need to use the Type E over and over and over for dome shaving, just because I know I'm always going to have to be more careful, and I'm always going to have these spots and so forth that I'm missing back here that I typically, you know, I do have to work on some of my tougher spots with the Leaf, but there are just spots here left today that normally I would get pretty easily with the Leaf. But I would say overall, not a bad go. Okay, let me rinse, and then we'll come back and get into a post. Stay tuned. All right, and we're back with the Magic Made by Witches. This is Thayer's Witch Hazel Cucumber. Links for these products will be below if you're interested. And honestly, that wasn't too bad for the first time. with an injector razor on the dome. It wasn't bad. I'm not level cue ball, like absolute BPS. Missed a few spots here and there, but it's mostly pretty doggone good. And I would say that based on the safety razors that I've used, this one actually was easier to use than most safety razors. You probably will have to rinse it a little more than you might ordinarily rinse a regular safety razor, but I found this to be a pretty enjoyable shave. Does it unseat the leaf? That's my favorite? No. But it wasn't bad, so I'm pretty satisfied with that shave. Somewhere I got myself, I don't know where, but overall, it was a pretty nice shave, I'd call it. The Barbus Active was absolutely superb once again. I don't know what else to say about Barbus other than to say it just works. It's in the tradition of these very good European soaps that just get the job done. They don't get the attention they deserve, but really good soap. We use the Apshaveco with the, this is the White Wizard, with the 30 millimeter cashmere knot. Excellent. Go check out the new colors, blue, I think red, and I'm not sure what, black, I think as well. Really nice for the money. And of course we used our Captain's Choice bowl, which I absolutely love. And that was a really enjoyable head shave. And we'll close it out today with a little bit of Razorock Tuscan Oud. Nice budget aftershave, and no particular reason. It doesn't really match the scent of the Barbus Active. The Barbus Active, I can't think of what it reminds me of, but it just smells like a nice, fresh, sort of citrusy type of scent to it. This, of course, is a more spicy, and they don't match. I just wanted to use this one today, so there you have it. All right, wherever you are, I hope you're having fantastic shaves. We had one today. I thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way, and as always, God bless.